What was it like being back on vault? Looks like you didn't miss a beat.
Thank you. It was really exciting. I kind of started vaulting a few weeks ago and just kind of getting the numbers back in, building my confidence, obviously, from what's happened in the past on vault. So it was just really good to be out there with my team and just doing what we do every single day, and just loved watching them, but keep going.
And she nailed it.
My goodness.
You guys got Oklahoma coming up. Last time you took them on, came up short. What will the preparation be like, and will there be anything different for you specifically coming into this matchup?
I don't think the preparation is going to change at all. We're just going to treat it like one more competition because, like Jay always says, every single Friday night we're competing against everybody in the country. And just because the #1 team in the country is coming in here, we're going to treat it the exact same, do our normal gymnastics, and do what we do every single day because normal's enough.
We'll stay with Haleigh and then get to KJ. Just how are you feeling? How did you feel after doing 3 events, I guess, and where are you at, I guess, and kind of ramping up or staying where you're at?
I'm feeling really good. Obviously, I'm working really hard with the trainers and everybody kind of outside gymnastics to make sure my body's fully capable to do what it can do when I'm inside the gym. But after the meet, doing 3 events, definitely was a little bit sore after, not just my elbow, but every part of my body. I'm like getting a little old for this sport, but it felt really good. Gonna do a little bit more bars this week, some dismounts, back to some basics, and keep moving forward. But overall, I feel really good.
Yeah, how is it to have a break, I guess, and kind of like you said, you're at the back end of all this, and to get a little bit of a rest?
Definitely gave me some time to kind of rest my body, but I really just love watching my team do what they do every single day. But I'm ready to get back out there and do everything I can for them so we can keep moving forward.
KJ, I didn't get to talk to you after your home meet here, leading off with that vault, I guess. Just how good did that feel, I guess, and what a kind of shot of confidence was that for you to kind of, prove to yourself again that you're as good as you can be, right?
Thank you. It was really good to just get back out there again. I have been dying just to, perform again in the PMAC specifically with like a crowd that just has the same electric energy that, the PMAC does. And it just felt good to, be supportive to my team and be able to contribute a good score to them and hopefully be like a really good fire starter, as that's just the role that Jay has put me in the position to play.
Haleigh and then KJ. Haleigh, you kind of mentioned it already, but the mindset of, okay, it's Oklahoma, so now I have to score a lot higher than normal to win the meet and everything. How important is that to, keep the right mental approach in that regard?
Yeah, kind of like I said before, we're not going to take a different approach. We obviously know what we needed to fix from meets before, but going into the gym this week, kind of focusing on the little details because that's kind of where it's getting us a little bit. Like the big skills are there, but then the landings, the handstands, the toe point, it's just those little details that are going to add up to a big score. So I think just focusing on those little details this week is what's going to set us best up for success.
Ms. Kia, for either of y'all performance at Alabama was really good, but not perfect, and you guys were able to stay consistent and resilient and finish strong in order to get the win. I guess, what do y'all attribute that to in those type of meets where it gets kind of close?
I think we just take a moment to like reset after each event, and we just tell each other like, it wasn't perfect, but we're still in the fight, and we just need to forget about, if there was a mistake that happened on a certain event, we can't change it. It happened. Time to move on and focus on the event that we have in front of our face.
For both of you, if you don't mind, just what are you seeing in Chio? Like you were talking about toe points. I mean, is she doing all the little things right, as well as kind of keeping her head about her? We'll start with you, KJ, if you don't mind.
I mean, she is an amazingly talented gymnast. I love being on a team with her, and she's just super energetic and she's super fun, and just the talent that she brings as a freshman to our team is a lot. And she does, work tremendously on her gymnastics. I don't really, pay attention to like her little details and things because I think everything she does is amazing and perfect, but. I don't know, just having her as a teammate is like really inspiring,
Yeah, I think just the way she goes about her business inside and outside of the gym is really inspiring and something that's really cool to see as a freshman. We talk about kind of knowing your process, and I think she knows her process very well, and it's really cool to see, like I said, how she goes about her business inside and outside the gym, whether it's school, whether it's asking somebody for help, asking somebody if they need something. So it's just kind of really cool to see how she is as a freshman. I'm just so excited to see how her whole career plays out here.
Haleigh, at the beginning of the season, just having to sit out of some events and everything, the depth on the team really showed up in a lot of meets. I guess, what did you see just from watching your teammates? And I think one meet, it was 13 different gymnasts competed. What do
Yeah.
you think of that?
They are absolutely amazing. It's such a fun team to watch. Like Jay always says, everybody's here for a reason and everybody can contribute somewhere. And no matter if you're competing, if you're not, just seeing how everybody kind of embraces their role is something that's really, really cool. And just how hard every single person works and how bad they want it. So it's just really cool to see all of their hard work paying off. And I'm really excited for what's next.
KJ, Jay mentioned after the meet, you did vault, and I'd like to see you back on the floor soon. How eager are you to get back on floor? Are you lobbying the coaches? Say, I'm ready. It's time. How patient do you have to be? Where are you with all that?
I kind of want to say it's the same process as, when I was getting back into vault. Obviously, it's a little different just because of the event. It really just comes down to listening to my body because, my skills are there, my preparation is there, the confidence is there. I'm super eager and I really want to get back out there, like it is my senior year and something I really want to do is just go and compete floor in the PMAC. But if my body's not there and we have gymnasts that are ready, on our team, then, it's time for them to play their role while I rest and get my recovery in and do all the things that I need to do in order to be fully prepared and not make a mistake.
I've got a couple, but we'll start with this one, I guess. KJ, and Haleigh, I want you on this as well. What's it like when you have elite teams? When you're off, do you go back and watch other teams? Are you watching some of the other gymnasts do their things? Obviously, you know them, right? Know of them, certainly. Is it something that you're a fan of the sport outside of your own competition?
Yeah, I think it's really cool watching everybody else because we grew up competing against all of the girls that are competing in every conference. So kind of just seeing all their hard work pay off as well. But I don't really try to focus too much on what's going on outside of obviously this school because all of our focus is here. So not really, but I'm really proud of all the people there.
You might catch it on social media. If you see it.
Exactly, yeah. I'm not going to go search it up, but on Instagram or something, whenever my friends post something, I'll always see it and congratulate them.
Kind of what Bree asked earlier, asked Aaliyah last week. What do you see in this team right now? It feels like you guys are in a good spot with a mix of a little bit of everything that you need, and there's no reason to race towards the finish. That's how I see it. How do you see it?
Yeah, I think we're exactly where we need to be right now. Obviously, like I said before, it's the little details that we need to start honing in on, the handstands, the pointed toes, the landings, because at the end of the day, our gymnastics is there, and we need to believe that, and just kind of gain our confidence a little bit and just kind of do our normal gymnastics because we show our stuff day in and day out of the gym, and then whenever we compete on the road or compete in the PMAC, there's just a little bit of timidity there, and just kind of doing what we need to do inside the gym to kind of ease those nerves a little bit is something that I think we're really going to focus on this week.
KJ, you kind of touched on that firecracker role that Jay put you in. Kind of tell us the story of how that happened, when that happened, and how do you bring the energy every single night?
I think one of my biggest things is just to be excited no matter how the vault goes. You can't be perfect every time, even though that's the goal that everyone strives for. But just being able to be excited about it and just, celebrate with my team because, regardless of how the vault goes, having the opportunity to be able to compete in front of a crowd and for a team as great as LSU is honestly the win at the end of the day for me. And then having Jay put me in that position to play that role for the team is honestly super encouraging because he believes that in me, and having the team back me up on that, it's just it's super amazing to be a part of.
This is for either of you, but you're not new to high pressure situations like this meet, so I know you talked about Chio and Kalia. What can you kind of say to them in weeks like this where it means a lot?
I feel like our freshmen know exactly. They've competed on the highest stages, whether that was Olympic trials, Nastia Lucan Cup, any competition like that. So I think they really know how to handle the pressure. And I think it's just something that the upperclassmen can remind them of this week is just another competition. We're not going out there Friday night to win a national championship. It's just one more competition, and we just need to be normal out there because, again, like I always say, normal's enough.
Right, just really sticking to our process and just focusing on the fact that even though we're competing against OU, we're also kind of competing against ourselves. So just not really focusing on anything outside that we can't control. And just, yeah, sticking to our process is really the main thing.
Not sure if you guys are aware, but Friday's a pretty busy day around campus. I'm sure the PMAC's going to be sold out if it isn't already. Just how much do you guys feed off of how rowdy that crowd can get, you know, when you stick a landing or nail a handstand or something like that?
Yeah, the energy that's in the PMAC every single Friday night is unmatched. We do feed off that energy and just the support they bring not only to the PMAC, but just kind of away meets as well. Like, it's just something so special that not a lot of schools get. So just feeding off that energy and kind of doing it for them. It's going to be really fun.